I don't know if that's true. It is. What's going on, everybody? It is Carter here with the Anxious of Hobbies again. I am back with week number 4 of the Traxxas TRX-4M budget build. If you have not watched weeks 1 through 3 of the TRX-4M budget build, what are you doing? Jump back and watch those so you're up to date on what parts we've put on this crawler so far. As a reminder, this is a budget build. I've given myself 7 weeks and just $50 a week to spend on this crawler. I have saved some money over the past few weeks, and we are starting week 4 with $20.10 in our bank account. With the $50 added budget this week, that brings it to $70.10 to spend at the shop. Week 4, I went for some strength in the upgrades. I grabbed Traxxas part number 9779, the metal gear set for the differential on this crawler. This will upgrade the front and rear ring and pinion gear, as well as the locker for the axles. As well, I picked up Traxxas part number 9756. These are their front and rear axle shafts, as well as the stub shafts for the front axle. These are a hardened steel version and include the barrels and the pins. It is a complete assembly. So today we're going to be taking apart the front and rear axles and upgrading them to really beef up the strength of those parts. That was $39.99 for the axle shafts and $11.99 for the front and rear differential gears, making our total spent for week number 4 $51.98, which is the first week we have broken budget. We have $70 to spend, so we didn't go over our carryover budget, but we did go over our original week 4 budget. So we dug into the carryover money just a tiny bit, but it'll work out. It's okay. Week 4 is no different from the previous 3 weeks. We've added this total spent today to our Pro Modelers card at the Anchorage House of Hobbies. So Block 4 has been added, and we are almost full on that Pro Modelers card. As a reminder, when we fill that card, we get 10% of the total spent on the card back to spend at the Anchorage House of Hobbies. So that'll seriously help out our week number 7. We'll have the added points from our Pro Modelers card, the weekly budget, and any money that is carried over at the end of this build. Week number 7 is going to have some big upgrades in it. We've got a lot of assembly to do on this car, so I'm going to get to taking apart the old assembly and putting those new parts in. I'm excited to get this thing on the rocks with the upgraded parts, and just overall I will be more reassured that this truck is not going to break on us. When you're assembling these, it's a good idea to just put a little dollop of grease onto the barrel overall, because this is a rotational pivot point, so just a little bit of grease is all you need. You don't need to slather it in grease. So now's a good point. If you picked up the bearing set, you could change the bearings over in the differential, but me, I'm going to reuse these bushings if I don't lose them, like that one. Alrighty, front axle's back together. Overall, this is going fairly quick, which is nice to see. I think that's the first time I've lined it up correctly without having to realign it. It's a miracle. It's probably because I've taken this car apart like 15 times so far. Well, that puts week number 4 in the books on the Traxxas TRX-4M budget build. I added those hardened steel axle shafts as well as the metal gear set. It was a pretty quick install. I thought it would take longer. It was about 30 minutes worth of work putting those parts together. It's super quick and easy to put in, and it definitely is a major upgrade overall for the strength of this vehicle. I don't have to worry about those gears stripping in the future, and I don't have to worry about shearing an axle shaft with the raw power this thing has. As always, week 5 has got some new parts to install, so I'm excited to get working on that next week. If you have not subscribed, I would subscribe. You can see all the other budget builds if you have not already. Get back and watch those because there are some sweet upgrades we've put onto this crawler. If you want more content from myself or the Anchorage House of Hobbies, head over to Anchorage House of Hobbies on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. This budget build is coming along nicely, and I'm excited to see where it goes in these next few weeks. We are almost to the finish line, and I can't wait to see the end product of this crawler, so stay tuned. We will see you at the next video.